Ever helped a pretty hitchhiker? Jake's voice trembled as he told me what happened. He was driving home late one rainy night when he saw her, almost glowing under the street lamp, barefoot and soaked. She had beautiful green eyes that held both fear and something else, something magnetic. He slowed, rolled down the window. "Need a ride?" he asked. She nodded, voice trembling, just a few miles. He unlocked the passenger door before his mind whispered, "Don't." But kindness pushed him onward. She climbed in, brushing his arm. Soft perfume, swirling. He started driving, unaware that he'd just invited nightmare. Their silence stretched. Rain pelted the windshield. She looked out the window, red hair plastered to her face. "Thank you," she whispered, voice sweet but staticky. The rearview mirror caught something, a flash of steel at her waist. Jake swallowed hard. Threat skated through him, and he asked, "Feeling better?" She turned, smiled too perfect. "Yes," she said, but her eyes glinted. Then, jump, thud. His heart jumped. Something hit the roof. He gasped. She laughed, low and amused. "Bird," she said. But Jake didn't believe her. Threat curled tighter in his chest. He wanted to turn around, but the road ahead glowed with bleak promise. He realized he was trapped, and she knew it. They passed a flickering motel sign. She said, "Stop." Jake pulled in. Inside, the clerk gave them a room. He offered $50. She whispered behind him, "Use cash." He paused, suddenly terrified. He tried trusting her face again, soft, vulnerable. Yet, he sensed the blade at her waist. He felt shadows shift. They entered, lights dim. He locked the deadbolt, and she smiled. Then the TV turned on, static. Jake froze. She didn't touch the remote. The static swelled. The TV cracked, flickered to life, showing their faces in grainy black and white. She watched it, as if proud of the intrusion. Jake wanted to scream, but his voice caught. He took a shaky breath. "Let's just sleep." His room had 2 beds. She stretched on one. Jake lay in the other. Rain tapped the window. Then, click, click, click. The door handle rattled. He showed up. She sat watching him, head tilted. "Just checking," she said. He didn't sleep. In the night, Jake awoke to footsteps outside the room. Slow, deliberate. He held his breath. The knob didn't turn, but the footsteps circled. When she reached over and whispered in his ear, "They're outside." She smelled like damp leaves. He jolted upright. She sat calm. "Want me to check?" she offered. He nodded, voice gone. She slid out of bed, opened the door. No one. Empty corridor. Just the hum of one flickering bulb. Jake pulled her close. She murmured, "We're safe." But her hand held a strange weight. He felt sweat run down his back. Threat pulsed in his veins. He tried to sleep again, whispering a small prayer. Hours later, the room phone rang. Jake flinched. He answered. Click. Static. Breathing. Heavy. He hung up. She watched him, unimpressed. Then, a chill, tense sense scene. Dawn approached. Jake crept to the door's peephole, looked out. The corridor was empty, but footprints, wet footprints, led away. He turned. She was right behind him. "Shouldn't snoop," she murmured. His breath caught. Fear slammed into him like cold concrete. He backed into the room. She stepped toward him, hands in pockets. What is she planning? He thought. She pulled out keys and a Polaroid. She clicked the camera. A flash. The photo fluttered to the floor. It was him. Asleep, but with eyes open, staring. He screamed, snatched it. She stepped back, expression serene. "You let me in," she said softly. Rain rattled the window violently behind her. Jake lunged, snatched the photo, started tearing it. She watched. He stumbled back into the bed, heart clamoring. The noise from outside returned. Faint footsteps, a scraping sound. He realized they weren't alone. She flicked off the lamp, smiled. Then whispers filled the room. He said yes too easily. Jake's breath caught. He tried doors, deadbolt intact. He woke Claire, his roommate, on the phone. "Come get me." Footsteps outside the wall. He whispered into the phone. She invited them in. Static. He dropped the phone. In the darkness, they heard voices. More than one. Soft murmurs in Korean Spanish. Strangers repeating, "He trusts. He trusts." They scratched at the wall. Claire's voice on his last call. "Jake, don't..." The door burst open. She stood there, arms empty, laughing. Behind her, phantom figures slipped into the room. Claire screamed in his ear. He woke up in a hospital bed. Claire was gone. Blood on the walls, restraints on his wrists. He asked the detective, "She?" Detective showed her photo. A missing girl from 6 years ago. No records after that. She'd vanished, just like Claire. She was never arrested, never found. Only rumors. He led her into that room, turned it into something unholy. Jake whispered, "She wasn't human." Detective leaned forward, but someone helped her in. They looked at the broken Polaroid. Claire's face, eyes wide, haunted. Jake left that town, changed his name, never touched a camera again. His nightmares still echo with snapping film and footsteps in dark corridors. The hitchhiker. She was never caught. The murders. Unsolved. The whispers. They say she's still smiling, looking for the next ride.